Hey guys, welcome to Rock the Promo. This is one of my favorite things because in the world of wrestling, I love promos. They're kind of my thing, kind of in my DNA. My man, Joe Santagato, he's doing an amazing job. Joe, how you feeling, buddy? It doesn't matter how you're feeling. I only do that because I love you, buddy. You're my man. All right, listen, no, I'm seriously, how are you feeling?
Okay.
It doesn't fucking matter how you're feeling. All right, dude, got you twice. Listen, appreciate what you're doing, guys. Enjoy Rock the Promo. If you're some man, I can't go into the whole thing right now. Enjoy the promo. Joe, buddy, you having fun? It doesn't matter if you're having fun.
I know, I would rather The Rock be hosting this as well. Rock the Promo is a weekly competition where contestants lay the verbal smackdown on each other until one remains. Thousands of people filmed and submitted their own wrestling promos, and The Rock handpicked 32 contestants to compete. Now those contestants are going head-to-head in a single elimination bracket. We've already moved through round 1, 16 of you moved on, 16 of you suck balls, but at least you got to tell people you're on The Rock's YouTube channel. You're welcome. Today we're moving into the second round by looking at the left side of the bracket. We've got 4 matchups, and this time contestants were instructed to make a promo dissing their opponent, which shouldn't be hard because I've been doing that for 4 weeks. As always, contestants will be judged on the 3 C's: character, comedy, costume. If you don't know what that means, go watch the other 4 fucking episodes. Before we meet our contestants, let's take a moment to meet our guest judge. He's a 2-time world heavyweight champion, won countless tag team championships, and he's a Canadian heartthrob whose old haircut reminds me of a Disney prince. It's Christian. Welcome to the show, Christian. What have you been up to?
Nothing is up, Joe. Thanks for reminding me. Actually, this is the only thing that I have going on in my life. You forgot to mention, though, and you should know your history, that I'm also The Rock's favorite wrestler. But I also want to remind the people that I think your new haircut looks like a Disney princess, so let's get to it.
Broseph Joe Brody versus Bruce the Brewer.
Oh, hey, bro. Broseph Joe Brody, the voice of Hood Slam, back for Rock the Promo Sloppy Seconds. Bruce the Brewer, yeah, I've actually heard of your beer. It's called Shitty Life Choices, and it tastes like regret and shame. You know what's funny? Before your promo, I had never heard a yeast infection talk. Fear the beer? What does that even mean? Who fears beer, bro? The only reason to fear beer is when you're out of it. And speaking of which, I am almost out of beer, so you can get the fuck back to the brewery, brew me some goddamn beer, because you're looking at the 2016 Rock the Promo champion, bro. Blah. You get in the ring with me, bro, and I'm gonna kick your Heineken like the arrogant bastard that I am and leave you with a broken skull. The rules explicitly state in no jabronis. So what is Bruce the Brewer even doing here? Did I just bro your mind?
As much as I hate this 35-year-old frat star, he did make me laugh with that yeast infection line. He's a tough opponent, but if he gets through to the next round, I hope he decides to shoot in a place that doesn't belong in an episode of Hoarders. Christian, what do you think?
What are you talking about, Joe? That was my bedroom. Yeah, I let them use it for the day. I charged them $50. Hey, money's money, right? Broseph Joe Brody, listen, I like the way you walk, I like the way you talk, I like your swagger, I even like your face. I do, it reminds me of me. It's very punchable. People don't really hate us, they're jealous of us. Get me, bro?
Hey guys, it's Broseph Joe Brody here. Just kidding. It's your 2016 Rock the Promo champ, Bruce the Brewer. While you're on the beach sipping Bud Light limes, I'm at this brewery making real beer for real men. That's right. It's like the NBA Finals, Brooklyn. I'm LeBron and you're Steph Curry, because you're gonna choke. I can't wait to get you in the ring and knock out those pearly whites, because they look faker than Donald Trump's hair. That's nice. 2016, you have to fear the beer.
Hold the fuck on. Did anyone notice Bruce the Brewer's stomach? He lifted up his shirt and smacked himself. It was already red. This must have been the 40th take. It looked like he was just beating the shit out of himself. Let's see if that pays off. Christian?
I felt like this promo was just complete paint by numbers. You're supposed to be the brewer, but Broseph Joe Brody made beer cooler than you did. Come on, man. You gotta step your game up.
All right, Christian, who's moving on and who's gonna Snapchat themselves taking a dump?
Joe, do you even need to ask me the question? It's pretty obvious, right? Broseph Joe Brody, bro.
Congratulations, Broseph Joe Brody, you son of a bitch. Let's move into our second matchup.
Sampson versus the Filmer.
When they told me my next challenger would be John Kilmer, the Filmer, I had to laugh. Ha! Because, little Johnny boy, you are not a challenge to me. I am divine, and my singular focus is the Rock the Promo Championship belt, whereas you are a distracted little boy, desperate for attention. You prance around in your furry coat, sunglasses on, taking duck-faced selfies and saying things like, mahalo. Bleh! I'm not scared, John, but you should be. No hate, just pain. Yeah, bring the lights and bring the camera, but I'll bring the action because I'm the star. Stick to directing, kid, because you cannot stop the chops.
This whole promo fucked up my eyes. I don't know what that background is, but I feel like I was looking at an optical illusion. Let's see what Christian thinks.
What can you say about Chops Sampson? I mean, look at the guy. He looks like the spirit of Randy Macho Man Savage fused into Gilbert Gottfried's ballsack. Liked your promo, liked your little grovelly voice thing you have going on, but the ironic thing about your promo is you could actually use a filmer. I mean, you had like 2 feet of, I don't have time to explain it, just look into it, Google it, or stand on a soapbox.
Today is a special day. So I draped myself in my finest mink, and I broke out the black stallion. Let's get on to Chop Sampson. You menthol-smoking hobbit! You call yourself a god? The god of what? Being a virgin? You say no one can touch you because no one wants to touch you. You're gross. What are you gonna do? Rub your face pubes on me till I get lice? You hairy midget, lollipop guild having, gap in the tooth, Michael Strahan, eat lunch alone cause you ain't got no friends, loser! Thank God you're from the Windy City, so the climate can blow you and your bad haircut into the ring with the filmer, and the director of destruction can capture my foot in your ass!
He went off on Chops, said he had license shit. This seems like too personal. Like I feel like something happened that we're not aware of. Someone's aunt had to have gotten fucked. All right, let's see what Christian thinks.
Definitely his aunt. Yeah, for sure. As far as the promo is concerned, I thought it was a strong promo. I thought it was really good. He believed in what he was saying. He was clear, he was concise, and he told you exactly what he was gonna do, this little pork chop wearing motherfucker. Now let me tell you about what I didn't like. The obvious, you murdered Chewbacca and you're wearing him around your neck. You're supposed to be a filmer, yet you have like a 1990s, you look like the cheapest fucking filmer I've ever seen in my life.
All right, Christian, who's moving on and who's going home, putting on a dress and taking it off slow for no reason?
Honestly, this was a really tough decision, and what it comes down to is believing. And both guys believed in what they were saying, they believed in their character, and what I believe is, if I don't pick Chops, he will hunt me down, find me, and molest me. Congratulations, Chops. You're moving on.
So let's move on to our next matchup.
Brown Butter versus Sandra Demolish.
The lovesy-dovesy Brown Budsy is back, and nothing's gonna keep Brown Butter from pitching my business plan to Dwayne the Cupcake Johnson in the finals. Certainly not that stale breadstick Sandra dehydrated. What, no water fountain in your underground library? In fact, Sandra D. Runkin Disorderly, when they ship you downtown, underground, and book you, that's called jail. The only thing more Sandra disturbing than your cranked up townie goes to Burning Man gimmick is Santagato's potty mouth. Mother trucker? That's a yucker, but I just rocked this promo, motherfucker, because Brown Butter makes everything better. Here I come, Cupcake, and I don't stutter. So says one word, Brown Butter.
How dare you? I don't have a potty mouth. You I really want to know how tall you are, because you look like you're built like the Penguin from Batman. You look like 3'5". I don't know. I want to know. I'm just guessing. By the way, this promo looks like a real estate commercial. Are you selling me a house or are you talking some shit? Let's see what Christian thinks.
Joe, actually, yeah, they're trying to sell you my house. I couldn't use it anymore after the hoarding situation. Listen, I thought your promo was well thought out. I thought it was good. I thought it was well delivered, but I want to see a little bit more passion, a little more, I guess, aggressiveness. I mean, this is Rock the Promo, not Rock the Afternoon Talk Show circuit.
Let's see if Sandra Demolish can outdo Brown Butter.
I'm the new American sweetheart, Sandra Demolish, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rain down on you like the American justice system. America doesn't need another clogged artery from you, Brown Butter. Notice, Sandra don't stutter when she says brown butter ain't nothing but clutter. I'm gonna splutter you all over that ring. Yeah, guess what I had for breakfast? A brown butter biscuit. Guess what I had for lunch? A brown butter burger. And guess what I'm having for dinner? You, Brown Butter. That's right, I just read your cookbook and my mouth is watering. I'm gonna take you underground to my bake shop where no one will ever find you. Say goodbye to the land of the free, you YMCA reject. USA, USA, USA!
Okay, first things first, she's got great teeth. We know that. We got a close up. She's got a great smile. Pearly whites. Second thing, this woman's clearly out of her fucking mind, all right? If she doesn't slow down, she's going to pop an artery and die. She's very scary. And she, like, loves America. Like, did she just get back from a Trump rally or some shit? Let's see what Christian thinks.
She's feisty, she's aggressive, she's passionate, she's the living embodiment of all my sexual nightmares. That being said, I thought it was a great promo. I mean, she knows her stuff. She knows what she wants to say. She says it. She doesn't care. She's not afraid. And hey, this is an unbiased opinion. I'm Canadian. I'm not even American. That USA stuff doesn't faze me one bit.
Who's moving on and who's writing an angry email to their coworkers in Comic Sans?
Congratulations, Sandra Demolish. You're moving on.
Congratulations, Sandra. Let's move on to our final matchup this week.
Wrestling Fred versus Prickly Pear.
You guys think that host Joe Santagato looks like a pissed off Adam Levine? We're on now. Hey everybody, it's Wrestling Fred! You know, the WF never won a match in his whole life, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna get bumped from this competition by some dude named Prickly Pear. Judging by your face, I'm willing to bet paper money that you got another Prickly Pear downstairs, and I bet that fruit smells right, especially shoved into them tight-ass jeans. Are those jeans or sausage casing? Roaming the desert talking about how your sneeze created the canyons behind you. I bet your breath is what's keeping it so damn hot out there. I gotta start working on my promo for round 3. While you start working out how to even out that farmer's tan. You look like a White Walker, and you picked the wrong day to come out and haunt the neighborhood because it's Friday Night Fred. And go damn.
Well, it's wrestling spit in your mouth, Fred. Fred came out firing. First he calls me a pissed off version of Adam Levine, which I'm totally okay with because he dates a supermodel. And then he starts going off about Prickly Pear and his jeans. Christian, what do you have to say?
I like to clone wrestling, Fred. I'd like to have him as my little buddy at my side, my little masked friend at all times. We'd go for bike rides. We'd join the rowing team. We'd do everything together. God, that would have been great.
All right, let's see how Prickly Pear answers back.
If I don't aggressively walk west for an hour a day, the Earth's rotation would slow. And I don't want anything to slow me from getting to Wrestling Fred. So you ate some hot dogs once. I ate a whole cattle drive! Cows, cowboys, cowboy hats, chuck wagon and all! Last week, I swallowed a toothpick and pooped a tree! I'm coming for you, Fred, and your mask will not protect you from all the cacti, the coyotes, the constant heat, the catastrophic pain, Fred! And I'm gonna use your tears to replenish the desert just so I can decimate it again! Ha! Ha! Choo! Fred.
Well, holy shit, Prickly Pear is back with a vengeance. I gotta be honest, I don't know how you beat a guy who claims that he shits trees. So this is gonna be tough.
Prickly Pear, great promo. I mean, original. I mean, he took it outside 4 walls. The setting was completely different. That's what I liked about it. I could listen to this guy talk about crapping out trees for like 20 minutes. And I can only say that about 5 people I know.
All right, Christian, who's moving on and who's leaking Justin Bieber's phone number on his Instagram?
Do I have the hardest bracket or what? Here's the thing, I'm not completely 100% convinced that Prickly Pear and Wrestling Fred aren't the same person. So really, neither one of them is really gonna lose. But officially, Wrestling Fred is moving on.
Congratulations, Fred, and congratulations to all the winners. Christian, what advice do you have for the remaining contestants?
My advice going forward to all the contestants, just keep doing what you're doing. It's gotten you this far. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I mean, The Rock wouldn't have brought me here for nothing. I'm his favorite wrestler. He said it on television. Okay, it was a line on a script and he didn't want to say it. And then he was like, fine, I'll just say it so this fucking little idiot will leave me alone. And he said it. Good luck.
Thank you to all the contestants. Congratulations to those who are moving on. And Christian, again, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. And like, if you need me tomorrow, I'm around, or like the day after that.
All right, we're halfway through the second round, which is not as painful as the first round, but you know, it's still pretty fucking painful. Tune in next week where we have guest judge Tommy Dreamer, all right? Do I seriously look like Adam Levine? I'm a little excited about that. Tell me I look like him.